Hi, Brian Stecker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert. Today I'm going to go over fitness tips for older women and the best workouts for your age. On a day-to-day basis, women come to me and they ask me, how do I tone my arms up? How do I turn my legs up? How do I lift my butt? The other things that they ask me is, how do I move better? How do I get my body back to where I can do the activities that I love, to go hiking, to travel, to play with the grandchildren, to just have an overall better quality of life and to feel better? Well, research out there shows that women in their 50s and 60s who do these things will then begin to do the same things of women in their 30s and 40s. So what are they? The first number one thing that I would focus on if I were older women and the best workouts to do is resistance training. Why resistance training? Well, women are primarily made up of type 1 muscle fibers, which are more endurance-based. And they rarely challenge their bodies to work those type 2B explosive muscle fibers or those type 2AB muscle fibers that they're not normally using by doing resistance training or lifting things. So by doing resistance training, what ends up happening is you start to build muscle. And here's the importance of muscle. For women, what ends up happening after the age of 30 and 40, they begin to lose a half a pound to a pound of muscle per year. So you can imagine in a decade, you're losing 10 pounds of muscle. What ends up happening is your metabolism decreases by 500 per day. How do you make that up? Are you going to make it up through nutrition and bring it down even lower and starve yourself to death? No. What you're going to do is start incorporating resistance training to help build that muscle back up. The other important thing about resistance training is it starts to help fight against the loss of bone density. You see, when you enter your early 40s and you reach the age of 60, bone density starts to decrease by 20%. So resistance training helps fight against the loss of bone density. So what I would focus on with resistance training is focus on progressive overload. And what do I mean by progressive overload? Simple. You want to come into the gym and let's say for the first time, you can do 20 body weight squats the first time you come to the gym. That's awesome. The next time you come to the gym, you're holding a 5-pound dumbbell in front of you and you're doing those 20 squats. The week after that, you're trying 10 pounds. There you have it. You've challenged yourself each week, and by challenge yourself, you're overloading your muscles to make those adaptations so you can start to build muscle. Things I would focus on resistance training is focusing on 10 to 15 reps when you're first starting out, 2 to 3 sets of exercise like lunges, squats, deadlifts, push-ups, and lat pull-downs. Those exercises will work a lot of the larger muscle groups in your body and give you the most bang for your buck. The next thing you want to start focusing on, tip number 2, is cardio. What cardio is going to allow you to do is expand your daily calorie burn. You see, when you lost that muscle over the years, your metabolism suffered and you started to gain unhealthy body fat. By doing cardiovascular training, you're starting to lower the risks for things like type 2 diabetes, but also you're expanding that calorie deficit per day to start burning those excess calories that you've stored and also start to bring up your metabolism. There's 2 types of cardio that I would focus on if I were you. The first one is just steady state cardio, general activity. Maybe it's net cardio, no extra time cardio, saying, I don't have extra time to do cardio. Well, maybe you're visiting a friend at a local hotel, and maybe you'll walk the flight of stairs. Maybe you're going grocery shopping. You're going to park across the way and walk yourself into the grocery store. Maybe you're at the mall, and you're getting some new clothes because you've been doing those resistance training. You park across the way at the mall, and you walk all the way to the mall, and you get those extra steps. That's steady state cardio. You want to focus on getting about 30 minutes of that 5 to 7 days per week. The other type of cardio is high intensity interval training. What is that technical term? Simple. For maybe you do your general cardio, you do your 5-minute warm up, and maybe for 1 minute, you're bringing your heart rate up to that 70 to 80% of your heart rate. What that's going to do for you is you do that for 1 minute, you'll bring it, and then you'll rest till your heart rate comes back down to say 50 to 60% of your heart rate. And you'll go for another minute. Maybe do that 7 times. What that's going to do is rev up your metabolism, so that way you're going to be burning excess calories while you're not in the gym, but more importantly, it's going to help you with that bone density. You see, if you're doing things like running or light jogging, you're going to start getting those heel taps, and by getting those extra heel taps, you're going to start getting that benefit of building up more bone density. The third and final thing I would focus on with a resistance training plan, with an overall exercise plan, is yoga. What yoga is going to do is start to bring back that range of motion in your joints. By having range of motion in your joints, you start to move better, you're going to start to feel better, and it's just going to roll down into your daily activities, which is like simple as opening a pickle jar. Or some of my clients have even reported as typing on their computer, they have less stress in their fingers because of the different yoga moves that they're doing. Also with yoga, it helps to start incorporating balance, one of the first things that starts to go as you age. So there you have it. There are those best tips and the best workouts for your age. Thanks for tuning in for this great exercise video, and I hope you enjoyed the content as much as I did. If you look below in the description box, you'll notice there's a link, and when you click on that link, it's going to take you to another page where you'll enter your email address. When you enter your email address, I'll give you your first week of workouts so you can take your fitness to the next level. So just go down the box below, click the link in the description box, it'll take you to that next page, and enter your email address. Also, when you look below, there's a subscribe button. When you click the subscribe button, you'll see a little bell. You want to click that little bell, and it'll keep you alerted when I come up with great content that you've asked for to keep your fitness and your health going to the next level. Also, make sure you go below in the comment section, leave any comments, questions, concerns, things that you want us to create for you. I'll be happy to produce that for you. Make it a great day.